welcome. Can everyone hear me all right? Fantastic. Good morning all. I feel like I'm addressing like a school assembly as soon as I start up and stand up in front of the stage like this. So as Sam introduced, I'm Sherelle Fairweather from Manchester City Council, currently our digital strategy lead. I'm going to be talking to you a little bit today about the tech and digital landscape and its importance to the city and its people, but from a policy perspective. So just to kind of start us off, embracing digital and tech for the City Council has always been super important. For us, it's not because of the opportunities it brings to the city, but also because of the solutions that technology can help us to create to some of those really sticky, challenging problems we have here in Manchester. So our economy is thriving, and for us, the tech industry complements that massively and currently contributes to that around over 5 billion a year. So we're actually going to start off today by hearing from some of the tech industry who you'll continue to hear from today, but just to kind of set the scene with a video that was produced by Midas, our regional inward investment agency, on why Manchester is great to scale in.
We think Manchester gives us a competitive advantage. The talent is just as strong, if not stronger, than anywhere else in the world.
There's a feeling of if one of us makes it, we all make it.
Manchester is incredibly well connected.
We've got the talent, we've got the ecosystem, we've got the infrastructure.
A very young and dynamic spirit.
Genomics is one of the fastest growing segments of the diagnostic and life science area. Being a university city adds huge credibility to what we do within genomics and within medicine. Enables us to pull in a huge amount of talent. It's a vibrant city full of great opportunity. When people come here, they don't want to leave.
The Eugene came to us with a couple of desks. We've assisted them as they've grown organically and as they've acquired companies across Manchester and beyond. And that's culminated in their new European HQ to the Manchester Science Park. It's around 40,000 square foot of laboratory and office space, and they now employ 200 people.
Peak's an AI company. We started the business here because we lived here. We very quickly realised it gave us some advantages that a lot of companies don't have. You know, we have great transport links, we have a great workforce, highly educated, but equally that talent isn't as expensive as building your business in Silicon Valley or in New York. We're really proud to be a key part of the Manchester tech ecosystem.
The story of Peak is exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to be that kind of early stage funder of great businesses in the north of England that grow and grow and grow, and they become, you know, a big thing in the north, then they become a big thing in the UK, then they become a big thing globally. And that's kind of what we're trying to do.
So we started within the company in Japan to develop a battery system. Where could we establish a subsidiary to help us drive the business forward? Meant that we have been very warmly welcomed, and we feel that with this university, this innovation center, we have the right partner on our side.
So for us, it's about helping them to understand what the market opportunity looks like. Whatever their product is today, we're going to help them move along to the next phase.
So Collective is an app that makes it easy for group organisers to collect money. We've now helped over 460,000 people in 97 countries. I'm a firm believer in environment dictates results. Feeling connected to the history of industry. The hustle is very much here.
Collective is a really, really good example in terms of what we, how we work with a business and what we can achieve to help them go further faster.
It's a challenger location, it's got a lot of culture, it's got a lot of soul.
Manchester is a really livable city.
The talent is here, the entrepreneurs are here, the founders are here.
As a business, we're probably a teenager now. But where would you want to be other than in a big city like Manchester when you're going to be a teenager and you're a little bit rebellious?
So hopefully that demonstrates really nicely from those of you who work within the industry why Manchester is so great to have a business here. We have over 10,000 tech businesses here, national and internationally recognised, small and large, and our startup and entrepreneurial community is really growing. But from our perspective, as policymakers, we do think that it's the people that live here. I'm from Manchester, born here, and I think that it has that kind of vibrancy of a diversity of communities that people really want to reach out to and get to work in their organisations. There's that spirit of collaboration, and the fact that we've kind of placemade to encourage people to set up here and to kind of co-work and develop and collaborate here has been a real success for our city. For us as well as placemakers, we feel geographically it's a really great place to be within the country. We've got really good transport links, but also the kind of regional north and connections further afield as well here. So not only is Manchester doing things for the city of Manchester, but also for the north as well. And for us, we've worked really hard as a city council on building the right infrastructure so that when businesses move here, we have conversations with them to make sure that we can get the right digital connectivity in the spaces that they need to be able to deliver their business effectively. For us, we've got lots of world-class universities here as well. We know that we're kind of known for research and innovation and some real great state-of-the-art kind of infrastructure of buildings here. So looking at Manchester University and our innovation relationships with them there, and also School of Digital Art, looking at the kind of creative aspect of industry. So for us, the ecosystem really is central to the city's continued economic success, but we do have some challenges, not only for the tech landscape, but also for the economy generally. And we have created a digital strategy for the City of Manchester to kind of look at those challenges, shine a light on where we have some of those problems, and then to really work with people like yourself to see how we can create some solutions. So we launched the Doing Digital Together Manchester Digital Strategy back in 2021. Our leader now, Bev Craig, launched our strategy at the Connected North event in 2021. It's a 5-year strategy, and as you know, public policy, we love a strategy, but it really does connect really well in with others around the economy growth and other important strategies such as our anti-poverty strategy. So for us, just to start off with, it isn't about the technologies, it's about what we want our society to look like. So it really is a human-centred strategy, looking at what we need to get to where we want to be as a society. And we've adopted a smart cities model, of which many of you I'm sure have heard of before, but for us there are lots of disconnected challenges in the city that cross across mobility, society. How do people feel about the quality of life in Manchester? And then how does the economy with technology help us to feed that whole citywide approach? We are also developing an economy strategy, which I think in relevance to today, it shows how important the tech landscape is in supporting our economy to continue to grow much broader. So we do have some key things that have already come through areas of research around talent, making sure that we can tap into that highly skilled and diverse talent that's in the city. But how do we start from a younger age? How do we work with younger people at school level to help them be inspired to work in industry? Space, how do we continue to placemake and how do we create clusters? How do we continue to support great events like this to happen, but also to create areas for networking and for kind of the vibrant meetups that already kind of exist in the city? How do we continue to grow that? And also our startup community is, again, super important. So a key part of the strategy is for us to get out and listen. So it's a really good opportunity for me to be here today to show what we want to try and do, but also to listen to the things that are happening in this space and to hear what you need from us in order to continue to grow. So a little bit about the strategy. It has 4 thematic areas. One which is around people. How do we make sure people have the right skills to access the opportunities? How do they live in the digital world? And what is the business community's role in helping us to get there? Connecting places. So how do we make sure physical infrastructure is right? And how do we look at our health aspect of that as well by building new state-of-the-art facilities? Pioneering the future and prosperity for all. How do we continue to grow these really great events where people can come together and have big conversations about expanding our economy? And how do we look at the challenge around tech and becoming a digital city on also reaching our net zero challenges? But then again, how do we use technology to help us get to a greener, smarter Manchester? So essentially, the strategy wants to look at reducing all of these challenges and working collaboratively to do so. And very ambitious, it's a very big strategy, it has lots of priorities there for us, but we do have a plan. We have a digital action plan which has a year-by-year forecast of activities that have been created with businesses across sector in the city, and we really align with other key priorities such as our Greater Manchester Combined Authority Blueprint, which is also showing regionally how we can kind of grow digitally within the region. We've got a really vibrant digital advisory board, some of you in the room today are on, so we've tried to get business voice and representation on that board so that we can understand what really is happening on ground and keep ahead of the front with new technologies. And I think sort of just to summarise for us, it's really about nurturing those right environments. We know that we're in a really good space. We understand the value that tech and that yourselves bring to the city, not only as businesses, but also as supporting us to reach some of those sticky challenges with your solutions. But for us, we want to listen as policymakers and really understand, how do we get more investment here? How do we grow? How do we encourage entrepreneurship so people feel like they can stay in Manchester and not get poached to other cities and other countries? So for us, it's really just a kind of excited to be here today, looking forward to see what the conversation is, looking forward to meet some new people and reach out to us for a conversation if it's something that you're interested in.